Welcome to SteeldogsTV in association with WeFrameYourJersey.co.uk. This week we bring you highlights of the game between the PuckStop.com Sheffield Steeldogs and the Whitley Warriors, played at Ice Sheffield on Saturday, March the 3rd. The first significant action happened in the 11th minute of the game. Ashley Calvert and Warriors captain Sean Kippin settling a small disagreement with their gloves off. The Steeldogs open the scoring on a power play at 14:31. Milan Kalina breaks down the wing and beats Turnbull to make it 1-0. Less than 2 minutes later, and Lloyd Gibson would extend it to a 2-0 lead. Although you'll have to take my word on that one. The Warriors put up a good fight, and it would take till the dying seconds of the second period before the Steeldogs added a third goal. Another power play opportunity, and this time a great shot from Cam Brownlee for his first goal of the night. And it was Cam Brownlee again at 42:15 to make it 4-0. Number 5 came a couple of minutes later, courtesy of Milan Kalina, finished from the near impossible angle to make it 5-0. Following in the footsteps of Brownlee and Kalina, Lloyd Gibson will get his second of the night at 51:52. Nice move to make it 6-0. Keep your eyes on the right hand side of the screen here. Tap from Watson, and he and Thompson have a little dance. The final goal of the game came at 58:50. Another pacey breakout by the Steeldogs. Palak down the wing, finds Brownlee in the centre, who returns the pass for Palak to bury it. Final score, PuckStop.com Sheffield Steeldogs 7, Whitley Warriors 0. Another shutout for Dimitri Zamostra. After Sunday night's victory in Blackburn, we caught up with Steeldogs captain Lewis Bell and assistant Tim Smith.
So it's been a massive weekend for the Steeldogs. We're joined by Tim Smith and Lewis Bell, who've been taking a bit of a rest this weekend. So Tim, defence have been down to 4 men for 2 nights. What do you think of how the guys have done without you two?
Yeah, I think great. Don't look like we're going to get back inside, does it? Again, but no, they've done really well. You know, to I think, what is it? It's 2 shutouts on the bounce. So great, they've done fantastic as a unit, and proud of them. Hopefully can continue into next weekend. Just going to need them even more next weekend.
And Lewis, bearing in mind that out of that 4-man D, that you've got 3 really young guys. So Ralph, you got man of the match tonight. Barry and Scott. I mean, obviously, Morgs, we don't need to say great things about. He's had plenty of praise over the years, but the young guys have really stepped up, haven't they?
Yeah, massively. I mean, like Tim just said, you sort of couldn't be any more proud of them, really. You want to see everybody do well. And to sort of miss me and Tim, there's a lot of pressure on them, really, and you wouldn't have known it the way they played. They sort of just went out there, went about the business. I couldn't say any more of them, really. Obviously Morgs has sort of showed them up there, kept them all organised, but the way them 3 have sort of held themselves, they played way beyond the years, so yeah, proud of them.
Cool. And behind those 4, the NIHL North Player of the Month and the Supporters SSP Player of the Month, Dima. Again, 2 shutouts behind that 4-man D. Tim, what can we say about the not just over this weekend, but this season, what we've seen from Dima?
Yeah, I think he's proved it all season long, though. He's proved it. He's probably, I think personally, he's the best goalie in the league, and he's proved it time after time. I think his save percentage as well, something like 94%, and across season, he's just been fantastic for us. And he truly deserves that award he's got for Player of the Month, not only just for Steeldogs but for the league. And it's fantastic to have him behind us as a defender. It just gives you loads of confidence, and it pair drops back there, just sorting it out for us. So yeah, it's good.
And Lewis, I guess you've probably played with Dima a bit in the past. Have you been surprised by the level he's reached, or did you kind of have a confidence that he could deliver in the manner that he has this year?
No, not surprised at all. I've sort of known Dima for probably talking 10 years now or whatever. Played with him the Spartans when we were both younger, then the sort of Steeldogs and stuff. And no, I'm not surprised one bit. He's always been a really good goalie. This year he's just got sort of the chance he deserved with a real run of games. So he played for us in the EPL, and we were a bottom side, and we struggled. The whole team struggled, and it's good to see him that he's got a chance again. He's back with the Steeldogs, and yeah, I've always known he's that good, and it's just good to see him sort of proving it again.
On to next weekend, 2 games against Hull. I guess regardless of what kind of happens in midweek, we know that really, the destiny of the Moralee Conference rests across those 2 games. What are your thoughts on how the team is set up, Tim, as we head into that 2-game series against Hull?
I think we just need to kind of draw on previous success that we've probably had when we've played Hull before, and go back to the drawing board this week and really put it in practice and put a game plan together on how we're going to go into next weekend. And ultimately we've got to come out with maximum points if we do want to win this league. So there's nothing, no stone can be left unturned, and we've just really got to go into it and prepare as well as we can. Moses just had a chat with boys and that, making sure everyone's going to be ready for it this week, and making sure everybody's on track and focused on what we've got in hand, because everything's on the line and it's all to play for. So we want it to come our way and come back to Sheffield.
And I think, Lewis, after we spoke after the win in Telford, you kind of talked about it as the biggest win in kind of year in almost in the history of the club. Potentially the weekend ahead, even bigger games still, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't really think you couldn't say you've sort of had a bigger weekend in the history of the Steeldogs, really, where you've got so much on the line. But I think we've just got to take it for what it is. 2 big games of ice hockey, and if you win them, you win the league. It's as simple as that. I mean, can't let the emotions sort of get the better of you. Can't come all this way and then sort of play the occasion, really. You've just got to play the game, stick to our game plan, and like I said, if we sort of play the way we can, it's going to come out our way. But the 2 evenly matched teams, it's going to be a great weekend of hockey, and we're going to do all we can to make sure it comes our way.
Okay, well, thanks for your times, guys. So remember, 7:30 Saturday night, Ice Sheffield. Game 1 of the weekend, Steeldogs versus Hull. We need to see you down at the Pound. Give the guys the support that they deserve as we go for the championship.